Hey guys, I'm Zama.
And I'm Lanzi, and welcome to
Because We Said So.
And today is a very special episode because number one, we hit 50 subscribers.
Guys, shout out, we finally made it. It
We
took
did.
us such a quick midnight, quick snack, so we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
And also for that, we have a special episode today. We have a special guest in the building.
First guest, actually.
So this is kind of huge.
Yes, guys.
Kind of a big day.
Exactly.
We have the Vanessa Padi.
Oh my gosh, thank you guys for having me. Yeah.
Thank you for being a friend.
I feel like I'm collecting an accolade.
Show me.
I'm finally here.
Congratulations. Yeah.
You're on
Thank you
a
guys
big
for having me,
podcast.
and congratulations.
Thank you, Chomi.
We have to cheers, guys. As
Period.
we get in, we do all have our little appies because you guys know
You guys know we April girl.
down. Okay, so cheers, ladies.
Cheers
to
to
50,000 subscribers.
Grab your
And
own
just
drink.
Questies, period.
Nice.
Yeah, and wherever you are, I hope you guys are also having a little drinky to be a part of our celebration because this is not only for us, it's for you guys as well.
Yes.
Even some tea bands.
Exactly. But guys, we want Vanessa to introduce herself first because
Absolutely.
in case you guys don't know who she is,
You should
she's
know.
actually a big deal. In case
You should know her.
I feel like now that I'm here, I'm a bigger deal. Banda.
Show me.
I'm huge.
Glazing us.
Humongous.
You guys.
I'm appreciating all the glaze. See, I'm going to take all of it.
Period. Okay, guys, my name is Vanessa Padi. I am a content creator and a YouTuber. Subscribe to my channel.
Now.
Yes.
Say it loud.
So yes, please do me that honor. And I also happen to be friends with Landira and Zama.
Guys.
Us.
That's us.
Yeah, so excited, nervous.
Don't be nervous.
Don't be nervous, Show me. The pussies already love you by virtue of the
Really
fact
do.
that.
Guys,
You guys-
thank you so much. I am in shock.
No, literally, people wanted you here bad. So
So don't even be nervous. But guys, to kick this off, we want to do a little icebreaker game. Although, guys, why are we breaking the ice with each other? Because we're already friends. But we're
Here we
bringing it
are.
for you guys. More than anything else, we're going to be playing a game of 2 truths and 1 lie. So who's actually going to start? Who wants to start? I'll start.
Thanks.
Since everyone is so excited to
Thanks.
start.
Drama.
I will go. Okay. Here are mine. So you guys,
listen.
basically how this game goes, guys, everyone is going to say 3 things. So we need to guess out of all the things that they've said, which one is a lie. They're going to say 2 truths, 1 lie. We need to guess. Okay.
Cool.
First one is, when I was younger, I ran away from home. The next one is, I've never sent a nude before.
Okay.
The last one is, I've never missed a flight before.
I won't lie, those are good.
Those are really good. Mine kind of suck in
Those are
hindsight.
good. Same. I'm like, should I change mine?
Can we start again?
You're impossible, queens.
Okay. Please say them again.
Okay, the first one is, I ran away from home once.
Okay.
The next one is, I've never sent a nude before. The
Okay.
last one is, I've never missed a flight before.
I feel like you've never missed a flight before.
Is that how you
Like,
feel?
So I think that's a
I've
choose.
seen
Yeah.
before.
Is that how you feel?
Yeah.
I feel like so the lie would be.
So which one is the lie?
The lie is the fact that you've never. Oh, shit.
I think the lie's the nude.
So,
I feel like you have. Wait. You say.
So I've never sent a nude before. So if that is a lie, I've sent it.
okay.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Have you seen it though? I feel like you haven't. So the lie would be. You ran away from home.
Running away from home.
I think that's the lie.
Who would do that? Not you. Not you.
Not you, I mean
Not
Cape
you.
Town, in the Cape Town streets, you were
Wait.
running away.
Okay, yeah, that is a lie. But also, why did that take you guys so long to think about? Of course, I haven't run away
Jimmy,
from home.
oh, no, I had to think of the notes. I said, how
also,
freaky is that?
Comprehending this game is actually very difficult. Like,
Yes, it is.
you
Fair,
have
fair.
to pick the lie. You're like,
Kind of what's happening.
Yeah,
I hear
yeah.
you.
We man map and map.
To be fair, even now when you guys were relaying it to me, I was like, actually, which one is
Which-
the fucking lie?
No, I said, how freaky is that, man? You know what? That's so wholesome.
Show me not that freaky, Gasana. She's very lukewarm.
Give me a cold second. Guess then. Mine suck. But you know what? It's okay.
In the 90s, there's no winners, no losers. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You're not getting a prize.
We're all happy to be here.
there's a silent winner.
Okay, fair.
Competitive. So, okay. My last name is spelled wrong in my ID. I got my nickname Lanzi from a guy who was a rapper in high school. My first boyfriend was in grade 4.
Ah, come on, Lanjui.
So maybe speaking about that Luke boy, that white boy you were telling us about the other day. Is that who you're talking about?
Maybe, Jimmy.
I think the lie is the rapper giving her that name.
What's the third one?
The third one is my first boyfriend was in
Okay,
grade
what's
4.
the first one?
It's
My last name is spelled wrong in my ID.
I know it is spelled wrong, so it's definitely
Okay.
That's not the lie.
Then I got my nickname from a guy who was a rapper in high school.
I think that one is the lie. I feel like you've said something intricate to throw us off.
Hi, dude, no. There's no way your boyfriend was in grade 4.
There was a time she told us a story about this nigga named this white boy.
Maranese grade 4.
It was in grade 4, Chomi.
Was it?
Or maybe it was just in primary school. Maybe I don't know maybe I don't know the specific grade. Maybe that's where she's gonna give me.
She's cooking us.
And I thought they sucked. Come on.
Okay. The lie is your boyfriend, your first boyfriend in grade 4. I'm not buying that.
I'm gonna go with the rapper.
Okay. Final answers?
Yeah.
Those are final answers.
You're right, Chomi.
Oh, is it?
Shut up.
Chomi, that small boy.
That was
shit
like
did
grade
it.
6.
Grade 6 and grade 4, the same thing, guys. Like, please.
No, but also like Landiwe and dating rappers, teachers.
Hey, Chomi.
My thing is, I thought you were saying something
know,
that
but-
sounded realistic, but it maybe wasn't. You get
I
what I'm
was
saying?
in Pakistan in high school said Lanzi. Where I said, I'm taking that.
Period.
So
He
today,
ate that.
He ate that. He
have a
really
career,
ate.
though?
I would
hope
love
so.
to know. Where is he? Shout out though. Thank you.
Well, you have a career, so.
Dad, with that same name that he gave.
Oh my God, don't sue me.
Okay. Okay. 1, I have an allergy to gluten.
Okay.
2, I grew up in one home my entire life.
Okay.
3, I love clothes more than I love makeup.
So we're trying to figure out which one is the
That
lie.
is the lie.
Can you repeat them again?
Okay, I have an allergy to gluten.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in one home my whole life. And I love clothes more than I love makeup.
The second one is the truth.
Hey, wait, nah.
The first one's also the truth.
someone
then the
doesn't
last
know
one's the
that.
lie.
The last one's a lie.
Yeah.
We did the guy when
You told me that yesterday. So
You're supposed to close that. No.
dumb. Yes,
what's the lie?
The last one is the lie.
Lie. That you love clothes more than makeup.
Yes.
You love clothes.
Should be
But-
dumb.
Yeah,
Really
'cause
fuck with makeup.
That's fine. I throw.
I
Yeah.
think it's wrong.
Sorry to say.
Dad,
That was
you-
cute.
I'm 81.
I did.
Oh, yes, you did.
Because you got it wrong. Sorry, Chomi.
Show me, I'm fine with that.
Okay, now we're going to get into the show, the Real Boys podcast show.
Uh-huh.
First and foremost, we're going to get into Pop Culture Rewind, yes. So first and foremost, Cardi B recently announced that she's pregnant with her boyfriend, Stefan Diggs. She also announced her album. Her album dropped. What do you girls think?
The pregnancy, Dove. Do you get what I'm saying?
Dove.
Also, I guess, babies are a blessing and stuff. So happy for her. And I guess she's happy about the pregnancy, which is great. But Stefan Diggs is expecting with other women.
say.
Like, yes, she'll
She
be
expecting.
So they're gonna have hood twins. What's tea? And I also just feel like it goes back to I think a conversation that we'd had. Like sometimes women feel like they are the exception because maybe you feel like, oh, I'm better than her, I'm whatever. But a man who already acts like this towards the kids that are already in his life, how will you expect him
happen?
to
That's
behave
the
towards
danger
you?
Also, like, Stefan Diggs is known for being a player. So I don't know about keeping his baby when you guys have only been dating for like 6 months. Your divorce is not final. I just feel like there's a lot going on. And maybe she's healing by being... But then you heal by being underneath someone else.
Yes.
But you shouldn't have had a baby, though.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
There's a lapse of judgment a little bit. Especially because like her previous relationship wasn't the most healthy. So you think that she'd be more guided, but clearly not.
Yeah, someone did say that. Did she learn nothing?
Saying that about women. is not-
Yes. But also like take a breath, like take a minute, take a second.
Take a second to be by yourself because you were
Perhaps.
upset for so long. Also, 2 under 2 with different baby daddies.
And then even
Duh.
let's say you're dating now, ne? Say you're dating. One. Okay, let's say like you don't want to take a second to breathe. That's fine.
Cool. Jola, but a baby?
But that's the whole thing is that we were still thinking that you guys are still building your relationship
No.
and you're pregnant, like all of a sudden.
2 under 2.
But also,
with two
well, you
different
guys love
fidelities.
kids and
Say
stuff.
like
period.
that.
That's kind of crazy. I have 2 under 2 with different fathers.
That's insane.
What's happening?
Yo.
You are so sorry.
Yeah.
There's
And
a lot going on.
I'm sorry to say, I feel like Stefan Diggs is going to show her bums. I'm sorry.
I do feel like
I
so.
feel like he's still going to show her. Obviously, I don't wish it for her, but like...
But again,
I
it goes
intend-
back to remembering that you're not the exception. If he does this to other women, like, why do you think it won't happen to you? It goes back to when people are like, oh, anyone can get cheated on because even Beyonce got cheated on. It's like, guys, there's no exception to these
Yeah.
things. Like, life is life at the end of the day.
It's on-
We're all women just doing life for the
niggers
first
are
time.
niggers.
And niggas are
And
niggers.
They're niggers
Like,
at the end of the
doesn't matter who you
day.
are, like...
But also, did you guys listen to the album?
I haven't listened to it. I'll be honest. But people are saying it's really good. I heard that song with Kelani. I really like that song. It's cute. Why are you laughing?
And you was actually
I'm like...
I like the song
no,
with Kelani. I'm not mad at
Here's the
it.
thing, right? I realize my problem is that I'm too much of a Nicki fan. So when it comes to Cardi, I think my problem is I don't like her delivery, her cadence. For me, she raps too fast. She's... Do you know what I mean? Whereas Nicki's like slow with it and like, I don't know how to explain it. Like Cardi's rapping, it overstimulates me, if that makes sense. Rap. Rap. So I feel like I can't fully like get into her. And also, I don't think she's that great at rapping in terms of punchlines and stuff. Ooh, bubblegum. Someone said she raps like A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Oh no.
She raps like
I'm
that.
not a Cardi fan in general, so I wouldn't listen to the album anyways. But like, if there's a breakout song, because Cardi for me is better when it comes to just like singles.
I
would
Yeah.
never, I wouldn't
Yeah.
like
Agree.
sit down and be like, I'm gonna listen to
So
Cardi.
body of work.
Like, nah.
I think that's also probably why she took so long to release an album, because she's more of a singles girl. It body of work, it feels like by the time you get to the 6th song, I'm like, oh, okay, it's a lot.
But I like her little singles, and they do well, to be
They
fair. Like,
do.
especially when she collaborates with other people. They
Yeah.
do well. But yeah, I don't think I would sit down and listen to an entire Cardi album. She's not
Same.
she's
And
not
that's why
my
I've never done it.
like, and
and
it
like,
makes
I don't think
sense.
you guys need to.
And the pregnancy is not going to make me do it either.
Yes, and are you the drama? You might be the drama.
are
queen.
the drama
You
queen.
might be the drama.
You know what? I was
Hate to
cooking you for
admit
that
it.
title, but like,
You might
I think
be.
you are.
You might.
Anyway, also Rihanna gave birth yesterday. Just side note. Shout out to Riri. She now has a baby girl finally because she had so many boys.
Cute. Congratulations.
And like
Love
the
it.
baby girl's name is Riot, I think. Was it?
No, is it right to other
Or
child's
is it
name?
Riz? I can't remember, but it's one of those. Rs.
Yeah.
So she really stuck beside those AGR names. But congrats to Riri.
To the queen.
And moving on to the Rapture. So this week, I think it was this week, there was supposed to be a Rapture on the 22nd and the 23rd, where those that are pure were going to rise up and meet our Maker. So Njobasila, I don't know.
So did others rise? Did
Did you guys rise? Just- the rest of us are still here.
We're literally still here.
Naked. But obviously people's like discussion was some Christians are kind of delulu in a sense, but also some people like maybe your belief is just that intense. I don't know what my stance is, but like some things are realistic, but I guess in Christianity is the point not to be so faithful that something like a rapture can happen. So I don't know, I don't want to cook them too hard, but like
My biggest thing was who said that? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I
that?
said that.
can't lie to you, I don't know where it started. I just saw a whole thing on Twitter, people saying, get ready, set, go to rise up.
I know. I heard about that KPMG lady who sent like the correspondence to the whole
Oh, yes.
KPMG worldwide and said, this is what's happening. But I'm not understanding who said that. I feel like also we need to practice discernment as people. Going back to that again, like let's have discernment as well. No one is saying a rapture won't happen, but like why? Who's to say it's happening on the
22nd of-
And also who told you that? Like I'm confused.
And you guys just ran with it.
Yes.
A video of like a bunch of people in a forest busy like praising, like preparing to go up. And I'm like, what was the walk home like?
Guys,
after
oh
that?
my gosh, I can't
like, wasn't it
believe,
awkward?
like this is real. I'm so sorry, but like I didn't believe it for a crumb of a second.
same.
And the fact that like people ran with it, I feel like it blew up
Way too much. Do you know people even like sold their stuff because they were like,
But that's why I need to
they
know
sold
what
their
the
stuff to say,
source.
for you guys that are still going to be here, you can buy my house and my car.
Dove.
On the other hand, me,
Guys,
I'm going to be
there's
up
no
there.
Dove.
What's happening right
No,
now
but
then?
surely those are Americans.
Yeah, for the most part, for sure. But
They
mine is to
are.
say again, like who said that? Who said
Who
that?
said that? Who said that?
Like
For
even
real?
you believing it, who said it? And that made you believe it. I'm confused. That's why I'm like, guys, discernment. I feel like people are lacking it the more we get into these years.
100%.
Like discernment is dwindling, and I need people to stand up.
Please.
No,
Because
really.
yes, it's good to be faithful and stuff, but like still be cognizant, be aware.
should.
Hello.
See, and and having discernment can go hand in hand.
They kind of have to be honest.
Yeah, otherwise you're gonna end up selling your things.
Yes. So I'm just like, and judge low key, but like, you know what can you actually
What can you
what
actually
can you
do? Yeah. And then the other thing that was trending on the TL is his name is Debogo Mashego. He's well known for his hits Bire Marung. To be fair, I had no idea. It's that thing of piano songs where you don't know the artists.
And many
There's
more.
many more names. All I
Oh, and one thing about piano, we said
we said what's this like?
names. I guess sorry to say.
Sorry to you.
No way.
So anyway, he was in Nigeria for a gig, basically. I think it was like a tour.
Yeah.
And then he ended up staying longer than he should have because apparently his team didn't book his return flights and he was stuck in Nigeria. And the people he's blaming are Maporisa. And Pori, people are blaming you for a lot of things. And I'm worried about you. It's you again in the headlines. Excuse me. So then eventually he's back now. And then I think he got arrested the other day for defamation of character. So I don't know if it's Pori who arrested him because he's also cooked Youngster. He cooked a bunch of people. So I don't know who put him in jail. But like I say this to say, I feel like the biggest issue with breakout stars is that they rely too much on their management teams and there's no discernment again. So you kind of let your management team run the show. Then you end up in a shitty position. And it's like you should have been more hands-on. If I can say, I'm not leaving South Africa without a return flight, for example.
100%.
Yeah, but you also have to think about people who, a lot of the times, what I've seen is that a lot of these breakout stars, they obviously just get thrown into the situation. Maybe you've never taken an international flight before.
Oh, true.
Maybe you actually don't know, like, what are the requirements for when you leave the country. So, like, if it's like a place that doesn't have a visa, you don't know that, if you can just get there and book and see what to do. And do you get what I'm saying? Maybe you don't think about those things because you've never had to be in that situation. I think it's one of those things where it's lack of information and now you're looking for people to blame when you're that side. Whereas sometimes it's like, maybe it was your team, maybe it's just that thing of lack of information. So you yourself didn't do the due diligence to say, to check with my team to say, okay, what have you guys put in place to make sure that I'm comfortable and I have a good stay while I'm here? So it's kind of like, Dav, because at the end of the day,
curve for him.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like, a lot of the times with these piano artists, it's like when you hear the stories that sometimes people have about how they got into the industry. I was just in someone's studio one time and then I decided to take the mic and now I was on this song that went huge or whatever. So you didn't even anticipate that you were going to be in this position.
A superstar.
Exactly, that you were going to be able to be touring and doing all these things. So you haven't even given being a superstar a thought in your life.
You've been like thrown into the deep end and then just having to figure it out. But also, to be fair, I think like someone just has to book me a flight in my life. Like, I'm a coins.
That's the thing. Was a problem that there was no money to book the flights, or what was tea?
Yes, basically the team didn't give him well, first of all, apparently the team hasn't paid him
at all.
First of all,
for the gig.
Then two, they didn't pay him for the gig, and then two, they didn't book the return flight, so he's just like having nothing.
The team was also diabolical.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, guys, take care of your artists.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's the thing.
At the same time, we don't actually know the full truth. We only know his side of things. So we don't even know what happened. But all the best to the piano artists out there, son.
Yeah, but and the sad part about life is like sometimes you just get thrown into the deep end and you'll have to find out inside the situation.
But at least he's back in SA.
Yeah, exactly.
You back though. I don't know if he's still in jail, but they did arrest him, son.
Hectic.
What a mess.
Tough week.
Yeah, he's having
a hard week.
Tough week.
Then lastly, Married at First Sight, South Africa. It's even ending soon. So
yes.
If you watch other things, I'm going to miss it too.
I'm going to miss it.
Guys, Nelisa, my queen.
Wow. Disappoint us again, Queenie. Disappoint us again.
You can't
Yeah. It's tilted. But
no,
honestly, what do you guys feel about that last episode and specifically what happened between Nelisa and Themba? Guys, I know in the last episode you called him man. To be honest, I laughed so hard when I was watching and I was listening to his name. So I was like, damn, man, justice for you, kid.
Like, I don't know why we just ran with
I thought we were so right. Like, it didn't cross my mind that we were wrong for a second. I was like, his name is Mandla. Like, what do you mean?
Justice for Themba.
Your thoughts?
To me, Nelisa, and I said this before, Nelisa udlala izindlu. Like, she's just decided, like, I'm going to live this dream, this Delulu dream. What comes in the way, don't care, because I need to be a wife and play house with my husband. That's just what it is. So it didn't shock me that she reacted like this episode when they were like, he's basically, you came to the show for the wrong reasons and he's basically lied to you. Her holding his hand the whole time.
That's what I was like, sorry, but you're like, I can't take you seriously after that.
Yeah.
I can't take it seriously, but also there was a lot of discourse on the TL where women were kind of being like, yeah, but she actually didn't act incorrectly. Like, that's what you do when you're a married woman. You don't sweat, you don't show like that you're sweating in front of people. And I was just like, you guys, like, and it's kind of scary because now you have to do that situation, that whole performance, that whole act to save his ego. That time you're finding out that this guy essentially like has been lying the whole time.
Yes.
But you have to still be his pillar of
That's
strength.
insane. And I'm
immediately
so worried
no.
about her because there's no critical thinking in the room with her.
No.
Also, I feel like niggas don't deserve that sort of grace, but it's also
Ever.
stupidity. I'm sorry. Timba or Mandla.
Whoever he is.
Just out there measuring her level of like her ability to take bullshit.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like
of
he's not sitting there like that's my queen. He's like, oh, Kislaela.
Yes.
Exactly.
So he's
Even
gonna
said, I'm
keep
so proud of my
pushing.
wife.
Exactly.
He said, I'm so proud of my wife. That time was Zenza Israela in front of people.
Chomi.
I'm so
I was just like,
embarrassed.
nah, he's dancing on her head, right?
He is.
Yes.
Dancing on her head.
Yes.
And the thing is, Ponono came in with such calm energy. So you can't even make it seem like she was doing too much or trying to, I don't know, like just be that ex who's trying to just be vindictive because they've been ex.
She
You
really
can see
was
she's
a-
coming from a POV of this guy genuinely lied to me and I'm trying to help you,
Save
Nelisa.
you, Nelisa.
And she's like, why would I need help from you? You don't even know
You don't
me.
even know me.
Cannot
Helping me for what? I believe my husband. I believe everybody said. I
No,
said,
but like, the thing is, she
goodness.
didn't listen to her. That's what's worrying me. Like,
you didn't
lend
even
her-
do further
yeah,
investigation to say, okay, what did she say? And then these screenshots and proof that you guys speak of, let me see them. You just ran with whatever your husband said.
Guys, she even came out with a video after and said she was reacting based on the fact that she hadn't seen the screenshots. So I'm like, you're basically, essentially she was saying the first time she saw the screenshots was when we saw them, now watching the thing back. And I was like,
What's
Nelisa,
that?
do
She
you not
had the
think that,
opportunity.
do you not think that's insane?
please. I know. I feel
Again,
like that's a
critical
cop out.
thinking.
It is.
It is a cop-out.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, you telling me you heard all that information, you heard that she had screenshots, and you weren't curious enough to see what the screenshots said because you're like, I believe whatever my
told
man
you
says.
about that.
Hello.
3 people told you.
The only reason she's saying that now is because she's realizing the public is saying she's stupid.
And also, people are like, the way that you're reacting towards Bonona is really uncalled for. And the fact that you're not listening to what she's saying and you're trying to kind of do the hand holding, and why are you trying to look out for me? You don't even. People are looking at you like, what is wrong with you? Because this lady's trying to help you. The guy you with is a scammer.
And also, it goes back to that thing of women thinking that they're exempt from like lies.
You're the
cheating.
exception.
Girl, like this person just dogged their wife. When
Hello, who are you? The mother of his kids. Like, hello.
She thinks she's bigger than
are
the program.
not safe. I
She
promise.
gives that, you know, that energy of like married women that think it's because they're married. She gave me that energy, and I'm like, you just arrived, first of all. At the end of the day, Timba or Mandla,
Whoever it is.
is actually still a stranger to you for the most part.
100%.
So you put so much trust in him
That's
to say,
such a good
I believe him
point.
so much.
Yeah.
He's actually still a stranger. You guys are still getting to know each other. So you can't say, yeah, I'm Timba. How?
Uthemba.
Uthemba.
Uthemba Ndoni, like for real.
Uthemba kathembekile.
And she's known him for an actual month at that time.
No, that's
Literally, it's actually been
ridiculous.
4
Like, your
weeks.
God still has to be Esau. I'm sorry.
Like,
her God is.
It's been
I know
about
she
4
left
weeks.
God down. Guys, as soon as they did kiss the bride, that God was gone. Nah, she didn't have a God from that
I've been in
second.
talking stages longer and I still didn't trust the person.
And also, Nelisa Umona Kahore, like, she's a little bit self-righteous, just in the sense that whenever they come together as girls and they share ideas, she doesn't really, like, even try to understand your points of view or anything like that. She's just like, this is working. That's my man. I'm sick beside him, and he's gonna show you.
That's exactly why Makoto says she's delusional. I was like, do you now see how
Why there's
delusional you look?
delusional?
Even like when people, as you're saying, that we're having a normal conversation when you're putting your head in the clouds. We're talking about real things.
She's so different.
Like, wait.
December, Manza, she's bloody different.
No, she is.
It's because she knows the truth about a man. She probably knows deep inside that, you know what, I'm with a little skabenga, but I got to push P or save face for the masses because I've said that I love him and I've said But guys, ladies, like justice for yourselves. Yes, justice for yourselves. There's no need, just because you've said things in public, you can change your mind to say, you know what,
I promise you.
Keshabuka vibe, actually.
Also, this is an experience, so like you don't have to have it figured out. It's
Exactly.
It can fail. And also, we want you to see it the right way.
Exactly.
We're not there like, push with him.
Yes.
No, girl,
Change
like,
your mind when you have new information. Like, it's
promise.
literally perfectly okay.
in general, ladies. Like,
Yes.
in general, change that mind.
Let's touch slightly on the other couples, though. Nkululeko and Makao.
Macau.
The progression of their relationship is very expected. I'm glad that they're actually leaving each other alone for once.
Yeah,
Because
please.
it's getting weird. Even their last final date was so strange to me. I was like, get
so
this off
awkward.
my screen.
The Aaron Pierre, that's my first.
Oh, I hated
Guys,
watching that.
It
was such a hard watch.
You're forcing so much, but like, wrap it up.
And then the Makoto Tansatera.
Yeah, and you can tell she hates
would
every
feel-
second of it.
Also, everything like a panty. I'm like, my God,
Choke me.
is it that funny?
Also, Nkululeko wasn't wrapping it up. I was like,
He did it for so long, and I was like,
thing.
the same thing.
Keep the fact that he was thinking it. Why did they show it to us for so long?
Show me that's another thing.
Cut the clip.
So valid.
Like him doing it fake.
long.
We weren't there. We don't need to see the whole thing.
She saw it, and that's who was supposed to see it. Why are we seeing it for
Guys,
so long?
even in his diary session,
You are. And I remember that.
Context.
Good Lego free ass kick.
Zama tells me he's from Tema.
Show me, he's a Tema boy.
He's
He's
not.
from-
Guys, I could never say I'm
My
from
mom
Tema again.
knows
Sorry.
his mom. How crazy. Your mom as well, actually.
it.
Yeah.
Not your mom knowing.
Because my mom raised it to your mom the other day, and I was like, oh my God, we're so close to Nkululeko.
Guys, you cousin yen.
Show me your cousin yen. I was about to say
You
that.
cousin yen.
I'm so tired.
good. Yes, yes.
He's bringing down the Tema stocks right
Babe,
now.
he's
I don't know
from
about you.
Tsakane. I promise.
He's from Tema.
Tema is taking a nod, guys. I don't
Down the
want
road.
to.
Kisan.
And like, he's actually such a typical light-skinned Tema boy. I'm sorry.
Yo.
He's so cute.
No, like, he's such an East Rand light-skinned
Yo,
boy. I don't
show
know
me.
to you.
And Bazi, but if
me,
they're anything
now
like
you
Lego,
do.
I don't want to know them.
But I'm glad that they separate because Makoto also needs a lot of help as a
Yeah,
person.
she's a
Yes, and then Bongani and Portia. The relationship has
It's
come
progressing.
a really, really long way. But people are saying that the only reason that it has really progressed the way that it has is because of the Mernies.
The Karash.
It's the Mernies.
You
What are your
know
thoughts?
what?
Dove.
Yeah, Dove.
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 I want to say like Dove because justice for Bongani, he deserves a real thing. But Portia was probably like, for me to get through this experiment, I have to look at the positives, and the biggest one is the fact that he has money.
Dove.
Because she's not attracted to him. We have to wake that
And
up.
she keeps telling
So, yeah.
I know, like, you know, if you're not attracted to someone, it's okay, but regurgitating and fly out.
100
It's like,
times.
okay, we get it. Like, also, it's not uncommon for someone to be not attracted to
Yes.
a person. Skin to have that.
Enzeka.
But Hanzo waya.
You
it
actually
kinda
can't stand
does
me.
take away from like the authenticity and how genuine she feels or she claims she feels about
Bongani.
Bongani.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that she keeps bringing it up, it's like, do you not think Bongani's heard?
Like he gets it.
He's
Even, you know
hurt.
the dates where he was introducing his friends, well, they were introducing friends.
Yeah.
And the friend was like to Portia, since my friend's not your type, what is your type? I was like, is this necessary? Because
You see.
whatever she's going to explain, we're going to knock Bongani's ego to the ground. Like,
saying, like,
how-
why must he be reminded constantly?
constantly, ukuthi, kahle kahle, I don't think you had.
No, guys, that's terrible. I'm sorry. That is grounds for me. I'm out.
It is grounds for me. That's what I'm like. I'm
Grounds.
really shocked that he stayed this long. It's kind of
Same.
also making me feel like Bongani has timed it slightly more.
Just a little bit.
because at this stage, your wife keeps telling not just you, but your friends, her friends, keeps telling South
Production.
Africa.
Oh, no,
That's
gosh.
that. By the way, I'm not actually attracted to this guy, but he's so kind. So it kind of takes away from everything else that you're saying about him because you must put in there that, by the way, he's not really my type.
Exactly.
But he's cute. But
We get it. We even get it. Like ourselves.
good. So I'm just like, Pusha, Diak Jaja, low key,
Yeah,
high
I
key.
know. It's just not a good look, hey?
It's
not.
such a bad
And I
look.
feel like that's why he, even for their last date, got that Porsche.
Yeah.
He knows that Porsche's in here for the man.
Their Porsche.
She had to get the Porsche.
Pusha's there for their
Don't be called
Porsche.
Porsche.
Hey, Dove. Like, I'm really interested to see how they're gonna end up because I saw the shorts for the next episode,
Ooh,
and it looks
okay.
like their thing is not gonna work out.
Good for Bongani though.
Yeah, but it's sad because I honestly was warming up to their love story, but then the fact that she keeps including that part, I'm like, you know what, Pusha?
He deserves someone who loves all of him.
Exactly. All of me loves all of you.
And then
son.
Ukhona.
Khona owakho ozayo.
And literally, she will
Even
be
me.
there. No, but seriously, guys, Bongani's a catch. Like, justice for him.
No, justice.
He is a catch.
And
So I'm
he's
just
so
like-
smart and wise and was. I was like,
Fine.
And I also like a very relaxed man.
come.
He's relaxed. I feel like he's kind. He's there for her.
and he's a man. Like,
Yes.
Be like, I think guys struggle a lot with emotional intelligence. I don't think he's one of those guys.
Yes, you can
Like,
see.
yeah.
yes.
100%.
he's
So
done
also
that
like
with
Pusha,
shit.
when you actually got kind of the best guy in this
She
experiment.
did.
You're nuts.
And she went to Ngongoshes and them and she was like, guys,
Why did you give me this person?
That time, now you've seen what they've given him to you, but you keep telling us you're not attracted to him. We've heard, Queen. Like, trust me.
Really.
Really.
But even Tipo and what's her name?
Balisa.
They're so toxic.
Trash. What a diver.
No, he's a princess.
Version of a hustler.
He's such a princess.
Yo.
Give him a crown and a dress right now.
Tibo's a bit embarrassing.
Hawks.
Ngaske, uyeke, kesan.
I'm a comb cat, but I'm
What?
excited to see the next episode.
Me too.
Same. And isn't it going to be the season finale? Yeah. So we will be there. We'll review it.
We will
Next
be
week,
there.
next Vanessa will be back.
I will.
To review it for us again.
Okay.
But guys, we're going to move straight onto our topic of this week. We're going to be speaking about ageism, okay? Mostly because the week that you guys are watching it, this is going to be my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Somebody doesn't have to tell us she's younger.
Guys, and one thing about this, I will teach my friends to be like, don't forget that I'm the baby. But anyway,
That's me and Vanessa breaking our silence.
queens,
You our age now.
sorry.
Sorry.
No,
To be fair, but amongst you guys, I am. But
stop
either
that
way,
Like, stop.
we're going to be speaking. Guys, I'm sorry. The facts are facts. Anyways, we're going to be speaking about it. And not even, yes, factism. Factism.
Oh,
Facts are facts, queen. But anyways, guys, please let me introduce this.
Shame, yeah, we're so distracted.
But yeah, we're going to be speaking about ageism. When we're speaking about it from the perspective of our own internalized ageism, sometimes that we have as women, because that does happen, but also for the larger part, the kind of standards that people put on us as women, and kind of the flack that I feel like women take as they grow older, because men don't experience those same things that we experience.
Nope.
So how do you guys feel like, as young women, because we're all in our 20s right now, do you guys feel at any stage, firstly for yourselves, that you guys feel that, okay, you're at this certain stage in your life, there's certain things that you have to have done that maybe you haven't done, and do you ever give yourself like proper shame for it?
Yeah, I feel like it's a natural thing as humans. Like, the older you grow, you expect it to be at a certain place at a certain age. Almost like how we like, I thought I would have been married by this age, or I would have had this car by this age. And so you do feel those pressures, because it's the pressure that society has bestowed on us to say, how are you 30 and you still haven't started a business or whatever it may be? So you start to feed into what society says, and it kind of sits in your mind. And also, if you're around certain people that are maybe even below your age, but doing better in a certain place, you're kind of like, oh, should I be doing this? Should I not? So I think it's a natural thing as humans. I think regardless of gender as well, even men as well, probably feel like at this point, I should have had a wife and a house and kids and stuff. So I think it's just a natural human progression thing.
I agree, Vele, like it's an inherent thing. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like around 2023, I realized just how not linear life is. So, like, attaching a timeline to something that's not linear is also just something that doesn't make sense to me anymore. And I'm trying to unlearn that, because guys, life is ahead of us still.
It's long. We have chances to like
So
put it
much.
together. We really, really do.
I was also going to say, do you guys feel like, for the most part, because it was something that I was thinking about, that I feel like how we gauge our success, or how we gauge how well we're doing, or how other people sometimes gauge how well we're doing at these ages that we're at, is kind of like, do you have a man yet? Are you looking towards starting a family? And also like when are you going to have kids? All those things. Because I feel like for women, a lot of the times that's what people are basing their judgments on.
Yes.
It even goes back to even when you're having kids, people are asking you like, okay, what have you done to kind of create the lifestyle that you want so that you can start having kids? Whereas people are not taking into consideration, like, what if some of us want to have kids later? Other than
What if
sooner?
I had one kid?
Exactly. What if some of us don't want to get married? What if so I feel like a lot of the times that's kind of the pressure that people put on women to say, like, you should have these things figured out, because when are you going to get married? When are you going to... And a conversation that I was listening to, actually, it was on TikTok. I think Jackie Aina... Actually, it wasn't Jackie Aina who was making the TikTok. She commented on it. But this lady was kind of saying that you can't live your life based on other people's timelines for you, because the goalpost keeps moving. They'll be like, when are you going to finish school? You finish school. When are you going to get your first job? You get your first job. When are you going to buy your first house? You get the house. When are you going to have kids? So the goalpost keeps moving. So it's also like, you can't base your life based off other people's timelines, because people will never be happy. You're going to keep, there's always a new goal to achieve. So it's like, okay, so we're just going to keep doing this until my life ends. I'm never going to be happy then. You get what I'm saying?
And also, like, when it comes to the age thing, I think it needs to be literally the last thing on your mind and just live your life as life, if that makes sense. Like, Ugutsing Nangagi, when I'm doing this, should have nothing to do with it. And I hate that with women. It's because, like, the things you're mentioning, only women are asked those questions. Men are never asked those questions to say, okay, when are you having kids? Because your eggs are going to start to run out. It's always the pressure that's put on women. You have one kid, so when you're going to have the second one, it's going to be 2 kids after 2. Whoa, you can't even. Another thing is like we can't even bask in things anymore because it's like when I'm celebrating this milestone, someone's already asking me about the next thing. Even if it's a stupid example, but even if it's hitting 100K subscribers. And someone's already like, oh my God, can't wait till we get to 150. It's like, let's bask in this 100.
Can we be happy? Let's be about the 100 that's
happening now. Yeah. So I feel like even with age, a lot of people like to do that thing of, okay, we see this moment, but when are you going to do the next thing? Whoa. Like,
put the
tools down. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And also, I feel like, you know what they say? We plan, God decides.
Yes.
Like, guys, I promise you, that's so real. True. Like, you can try to plan and try to think about how things are going to pan out. And sometimes you won't even be remotely close to that because at the end of the day, like, imagine asking someone when they're going to get children. What the hell? That is insane.
That's crazy. I hate it. Like, I can't even imagine being asked that question. Especially
where
like
if you even start, like, in terms of answering the question.
Like, let's stay out of women's wombs.
Yes, please. Let's normalize that.
Let's stay out of women's wombs and goals and stuff.
No, I 100% agree. But how do you guys also feel about, people always have that discourse of like, the younger generation now are kind of trying to age themselves. Based off of how they dress, the rich auntie aesthetic, but you 20 years old. Yeah. Although I'm also like, that's a bit flawed because I feel like we were speaking about this last week that when we were like going out back then, we were wearing business casual at the club. So I'm like, they're really just doing what we used to do, guys. Justice. But them pushing the rich auntie aesthetic, people always also rushing to have a lot of things, but they're still young. That whole new wave that they have on social media, that everyone needs to have designer, everyone needs to do this and do that, and not kind of trust the timing of their lives. You don't have a job, but you want to have designer and all those things. How do you guys feel about it? Because it's a huge discourse that I feel like always comes up that like people are trying to age themselves while they're still young and they're not enjoying the fun parts about being young. You want to kind of speed up. Whereas, guys, we have our whole lives to do a lot of the things.
Well, babies, like, please. I feel like social media is a big problem when it comes to this because you want to come across as this put together girl who has this makeup, this back, which ages you. You don't realize that it's aging you because you're trying so hard to look like a 27-year-old put together woman who's got everything together, but you're just 22 in varsity. Do you know what I mean? So it's that thing of social media of you want to show up as that bad bitch, and it's like you can be a bad bitch at 22. Like, you don't have to
in a 22-year-old body, and it's with a 22-year-old mind doing 22-year-old things.
Yes, and also you can look up to your favorite 30-year-old influencer, but you don't have to dress exactly like her. You can take like inspiration or whatever and park that blazer for later in your 30s. Yes. But you don't have to do it now because you're still young. You should be wearing your cargos and stuff.
But I think that's where we're going now, is like people, instead of looking to people to be inspired, you're now wanting to emulate exactly what they're doing. Exactly. You want to carbon copy. Meanwhile, this person, you don't understand all the years that they have on you to have accumulated the stuff, the knowledge, the whatever. You're even now trying to speak like them. You're trying to do everything. You're trying to be like them, as opposed to being inspired to say, oh my gosh, when I'm at this stage, I would love to be a woman like this. And creating your life to kind of create a life that will make you into a woman like that at some stage. You want to be that woman?
No. And also, because we're only young ones. So like, you chasing to be a rich auntie and you're 22, you're going to be a rich auntie at some point. Like, aging is guaranteed. You're going to be 28 and you can't dress to look that age. But if you're still young, I wish I could like emphasize this, really bask in being young, guys, because life is only moving forward, not moving backwards.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think also, just my little 2 cents, life is a journey, and like, it's so much better when you enjoy each chapter as it comes.
For what it is.
Because like, guys, I don't know, being preemptive is great, being forward thinking is amazing, but then sometimes also just be present in the chapter that you're in, because that's the only way the next chapter will also be as enjoyable. Like, enjoy the next chapter, but what about this?
This is what's happening now, like living in the moment. You're so right, because then a lot of moments pass you by because you're busy
100%, yeah.
looking forward. And then sometimes you even start looking back and you're like, that was actually such a great time, but I don't remember it because I was so focused on getting to this time.
Exactly.
So that's a really good point.
Yeah, I was also going to ask you guys, have you guys started having those feelings? Because now we're like at the end of our 20s, moving towards our 30s. Because
You're loud.
like, we are getting up there, but that's okay.
And you're getting up there
With
next
age,
week.
I'm going to be there with you guys very, very soon. But I was going to say, are you guys at that stage where, because I feel like I am, where we're starting to just feel too old for certain things?
Yeah.
Whether it's certain experiences, whether it is just being in certain spaces, whether it's just certain behaviors. Dressing in a certain way maybe as well. Are there certain things where you guys are like, you know what, I feel like now since I'm leaning towards, getting out of my 20s, going into my 30s, there's just certain things that maybe I shouldn't associate myself with, or certain experiences I shouldn't, or certain ways now that I'm choosing to dress. Because I know for myself, I feel like when I was younger, I was a little bit more, I think as I'm growing older, rather, let me say, I feel like I'm a little bit more in my modest era in terms of my dressing and stuff like that. And I feel like that's just has come with age. It's how comfortable I feel now. Even if like, yes, we might work out, our bodies might look better, but it's like, I just want to be a little bit more demure or whatever. As I grew older, I used to have a lot of piercings when I was younger. I took them all out. So I was just like, you know what, I'm just a bit over this.
That's how I'm starting.
Yeah. But you see how like differences. For me, I was like, let me cut back. For you, like, you know what, I want to try a new thing. I want to get some piercing. So yeah, for you guys, have you guys had those realizations in your life to be like, you know what, I'm kind of growing out of this thing now, but I'm kind of like tapping into this now?
I feel like it again comes with wisdom. As you age, you grow in wisdom. So a lot of the things that I don't like or don't do anymore at this age is because of the wisdom that I've gained throughout the years to say, in my early 20s, I used to do this, and the lesson that I learned from that is telling me, don't do less of it now. So it's more, for me, behavioral things and things that I entertain, and just how you move around people, especially like social things. Like now it's like, I say less, I do less. I know who to speak to, who not to speak to. I know what to say, what not to say. Because I'm an oversharer, but like I've had to work on it because like not everyone's there to kick you and laugh at you. Some people are there to use that information against you at some points or laugh at you or clever with their friends and stuff. So I think for me, a big thing is just wisdom, more on an intellectual and like mind-based type of thing. So I think I'm more strict and I'm more open to people telling me, do this, don't do that are older. Whereas before when I was younger, it felt like you're telling me what to do because I'm young. Yeah. But now it's like, please listen to me, Queen. Like, tell me. Yeah.
And I'm advising you. I'm not trying to lead you astray.
Yes.
But I feel like even when you're younger, I feel like even going back to what you're saying, I think it's a situation where you just want to be everywhere and be always be the one talking, always have like, you're always trying to be visible. When you grow older, you realize that like when you get more
doesn't matter.
And when you get more secure in yourself, you realize that your the things you keep to yourself and the things you hold closer to you, it's better to have those things because it's not everything you need to share with everyone all the time.
I think, I echo the same sentiments. But for me, boundaries, Pezul.
Real.
I lead with boundaries just because I know that if I don't enforce them, then I'm going to have to deal with the ramifications after. And I'm not big on that. So rather, I just know that, listen, this is for me and this is how I move, because if I don't want to find out, hey?
Yeah,
I hear you.
So lazy
I just
to find out.
my guns so badly that like you'd even think I'm boring. And that's fine.
But I was going to say,
boring.
I was even going to say, how have you noticed or picked up that people have reacted to your boundaries? Like when you communicate your boundaries.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people are scared to have boundaries, even as they grow older, because it's like a people-pleasing thing. So you don't want other people to feel like, oh, I'm this, I'm that. Because I feel like you really like, you should.
Yeah, you very.
Which is good. But it's like, how have you felt like different people kind of react to that?
Yeah, it's so odd, right? Because I feel like when I was younger, and I mean 3 years ago. I
You were younger 3 years ago, real.
3 years ago, just
You were younger.
I feel like when I was younger, I used to let friends get away with a lot. And I feel like I had more of a hankering to keep and nurse friendships. But now I'm just like, I can love you from a distance because it's fine. Like,
Yeah.
So like, I feel like back then I wouldn't enforce boundaries. But now I'm like, I'm probably where I am with this friend because now I'm enforcing boundaries. So it's just a stark difference between the thing I was a couple of years ago or the person
Justice for you. This beautiful thing.
the person I was a couple of years ago versus the person I was versus the person I am now. Like, yeah. I'm just like, many things are just a no-go area for me and Gishab.
Yeah.
It's true. And it goes with like learning as well. Good see. I saw how this went the last time, so I'd like to do this better. And boundaries is a really big thing. And I like that you said people pleasing, because that was a big thing for me. Is that I'm a people pleaser, so a lot of the time I'm trying to cater to everyone. But the older you get, it's like you people please at your expense, and it's like you have to live with yourself after that. And that feeling afterwards is not worth it. What you're saying, the fixing and stuff, is not worth it. I'd rather say what I need to say, do what we need to do now, nip it in the bud, move on.
Yeah.
And guys, I think it's so much fun where like you even identify that everyone just does what they must in friendships.
Yeah.
Like something happened over the weekend where all of us were supposed to meet, like all three of my childhood friends and I were supposed to meet. And then as the time got closer to meeting, the one friend was like, Ish, I have this and this commitment that I have to attend to.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, the trek to said location is going to kill me. So that's fine. Everyone must just like kind of handle their own. And no one must feel like, no one should personalize it.
Yes, that's a big thing. Don't personalize. And also, like, life happens. Life is happening.
100%.
And I think the biggest problem is personalizing things, where sometimes it's just, fucking
And things are always happening, Sana. What can you possibly do?
Yeah, so it was very nice to identify that, okay, cool, we're all choosing to stick to our guns and no one is touched about it. There's no apology. There's no conversation that has to be had after, like, Rashab.
That's a refreshing thing also
so
of getting older. Because when you're younger, one, you feel like you have to over-explain and be like, one, two, you feel like, oh my God, does she hate me now? Does she? But the older you get, you realize like it's actually not that deep.
Yeah, but I also think that comes from a place of anxiety when you're younger and not being sure of yourself. Because I feel like a lot of us had very anxious attachment styles to say, you feel like if you tell your friend something maybe that they don't want to hear, now the friendship's going to be over. Or if you feel like, like now you can't make it to something, you're now trying to sit for like hours and hours. How am I going to tell her that I can't make it?
Yeah.
You can't make it, queen.
To make it,
Yes,
that's
Malala in your process. Yes.
Around and you're like,
worst.
Why am I
get
doing
here was
this?
whoa, like
Exactly. So it's like, growing older, you realize that, you know what? Things are happening. They have things happening. I have things happening. And also, you learn to give each other grace.
100%.
I feel like in your friendships. Grace that you don't give each other when we are young, I guess.
Yeah.
We're just like,
Yeah.
I can't
How dare you
come
miss my
here.
birthday?
Bye.
Hey, she hates me.
Cancelled. She's done. I'm done with her. I'm out. But y'all know for sure. How do you guys also feel about the way that men are looked at as they grow older versus women in general? Because I feel like when men grow older, they're always like, oh, he's growing to be a silver fox, for example, in terms of his appearance. Whereas for us, is there a word for a woman? Like,
A woman with grey hair.
Exactly. There isn't. Men
That's
also,
so fair.
there should be silver
nothing.
fox, there's nothing for us.
Nothing.
Also, as men grow older, people kind of feel like they're like refining and getting like aging like fine wine for most of the time. And people never have those sentiments toward women. People are doing, will encourage you to do Botox fillers, all these things.
Which
to
is
kind
so
of,
insane.
it's diabolical. People are always trying to
stay
sell
young.
us, sell us ways to stay younger, but they are not giving that same energy to me,
me.
because I've never seen people say, as a man, maybe you should, maybe you should. But it's for women, it's always so pressed for us that we need to also stay looking young, fit and fresh for as long as possible. Whereas like at the end of the day, we're all just human beings. So we're aging the same way that men are. So yeah, how do you guys feel about that? Because I feel like there is such a huge discrepancy just in even the language that we use towards growing up as women versus men. And I feel like obviously all these things are all based off of misogyny at the end of the day, because men are kind of the ones who have given us these labels, and now we've kind of internalized them to a certain extent, because now as women we also now feel the need to look young, even besi badala. And that goes back to even like when you look at like super old women and you can see that you're a matured woman, so you kind of trying to vicariously live through your glory days again when you're older, because you didn't do that when you were younger. So now you're kind of, people look at you like, oh my word, like what the hell's going on with this one? But it's like, do you get what I'm saying?
I feel like on the men thing, it's because we kind of live in a male-centered world, which sucks, and that's how the world is. It's a man's world and we live in it. So obviously a lot of the things cater to putting the man on the pedestal, and the women have to do the extra work. And even it boils down to even dating, which I always say this, with men, the older they get, the dating pool kind of gets larger.
It does.
Whereas with men, with us, the older we get, the dating pool gets smaller. And it goes back to young women, aunts, they don't mind dating an older guy or a guy that looks older, but a man doesn't want to date a woman that looks old.
100%.
I don't understand that, because at the end of the day, there's nothing I can do about it.
Exactly.
And if anything, should young people be dating older men as well?
Probably not. Probably not.
But now we've normalized it, so like they go for it, which I think it is a big conversation in terms of like girls that do date older. I've said that I think the problem is that we've normalized the fact that it's okay for, obviously if you're over 18, for them to date older men, because that's just how it is. But then if a woman, hence it's called a cougar. What's the word for it for men?
That's what I said. For us, we have a derogatory
If I date a younger guy, I'm a cougar.
So what's the word? That's what I'm saying. What?
Oh, there's no term, exactly.
So it's for us, we're supposed to be shamed for dating younger men, but then men...
But they praise for it. Exactly.
How's it make... People will even be like, oh my word, he's so up because he's dating a younger woman. People are
100%.
swearing at you if you're a woman dating a younger man.
Exactly.
What's up with that?
Yeah.
What is up with that?
crazy.
And I hate that.
No.
But you know what? It's the reality.
It is.
Yeah.
It's just so painful, honestly.
It literally does suck, but at the end of the day, it goes back to the fact that misogyny and men kind of run the world in that sense, because there's not really much that you can even do to unlearn that. All you can really do is for yourself not attach those labels to yourself and not internalize it to the point where it's like, now you can't live your life openly because you're always thinking about what other people are going to say about you.
Exactly.
But honestly, like, I feel like we're also witnessing a shift. Like, I feel like women, well, older women are more embracing of
That is very true.
their age. Like, whenever I hear my sister talk about dichomi or whatever, like, whenever I'm exposed to them, I'm like, guys, I like that we're owning our age now and we look good.
On top of that, hello, wake that up.
We look good, and like, it's not a shameful thing anymore. I really like that, like, everyone is just stepping into this newfound glory of age. Like, it's actually such a beautiful thing to witness, and I hope that Lerona, as our generation, we kind of
same thing. It's almost like, Tracy Ellis Ross. I feel like she does it so well, where she's like, I'm aging, I'm single, don't have kids, but you can't shame me. You can't shame
the shameless.
You can't shame the shameless. And so you can't shame if I'm confident in it. And I think that's the important thing, is to be confident, so that then you'll have nothing to say. So yeah, that's a really good.
So yeah, we're in the right directions.
We are. I saw actually a video on TikTok the other day of this lady who has grey hair.
Yeah.
She said she used to dye her hair every week. Then eventually her daughters were like, Ma,
Put the tools down.
Weird. Put the tools down, whatever. You're aging. And she's like, I'm even more confident now than I am when I was hiding my age. Because now it's like, I'm owning who I am. I have grey hair. It is what it is. Whereas hiding it is more... Exactly. Because hiding it is probably emotionally exhausting. To keep up with this image that's not really you.
And it consumes you. Like, as soon as you enter space, you're thinking, oh my gosh, is everyone looking at me? What are they thinking?
Exactly.
Once you own it,
Exactly. I think that's with anything in life. Once you decide and you sit in your truth, no one can say anything about you, because you really can't shame me, because I am shameless.
I am
Honestly, I'm that bitch. Exactly.
I'm that bitch, so you can't tell me shit.
Yeah, and I really also, going back to what you were saying, Vanessa, I'm loving this new era that we're walking into as women, where, like, in previous years, like when we were younger, the women who were moving into their 30s, being 30 was like, oh my gosh, I'm like, I can't be finally being old, all these things. Whereas now I feel like the era that we're in, the ladies are like, I am at my best self when I'm 30. I feel like 30s are 20s, but just with more money. So you're more secure in yourself. You're not going through those ebbs and flows. Yes, of course, like life is still lifing, but you're in a more secure space.
Stability.
The friendships that you have are probably now friendships that you're going to keep for the rest of your life. Like, everything is just better when you're older, and really they're not wrong when they say like older and wiser. Like,
and also it's so nice to be more established in yourself. Obviously, there's still room to like evolve and stuff. But okay, this is who I am. Yes, I am getting older, and
I'm fine with that. Yes, and I can't believe at some point like 30 was so scary.
Yes, and now that we're there, I'm like,
basically there, I'm like, this is fun. Like, I can't.
I'm even excited to be
getting old.
Yes, like the time we grew up around, people were like, "Oh my word, when you're 30, you're done." And remember, guys, even something as small as we would think by the ages that we're at now, we were gonna be married, their first child, and whatever. And I guess that also does go based off of what our parents. And I think that's another thing that we should also bring into the conversation of. I think a lot of the times we were kind of comparing ourselves to where our parents were, because a lot of the times, like at our age, our parents were married, they had kids, they had like jobs, houses, and all these establishments, but it was from a space of necessity. That I feel like for us, we don't, it's not necessary for us to do those things. And also, exactly, and we have more agency, and they didn't have as much agency that we have now. So I think people are also not putting that into conversation of our parents were not doing this because, oh my word, I'm dying to have a child when I'm like 25. Like, they're doing it because for them, the time that they grew up in, it was just a natural progression of your life that, okay, once you have a house, and people are also putting pressure on them. Their parents are also putting pressure on them to say,
probably worse.
The parents are putting pressure on them to say, get a house, get a husband, do these things. Whereas our parents are also, for the most part, not putting that pressure on us to say, like, you guys need to have kids, you guys need to do this. Like, our parents, for the most part, are like, live your life,
Do your
get your
thing.
job, do your thing. There's actually no rush. There's no
That's so
pressure
true.
that you need to
That's
put on
so true.
yourself.
I feel like with our parents, it was also not ours specifically, but just obviously
Parents, yeah.
parents in general. I think another thing was the whole, for women, their opportunities weren't as much as we have now. So for a lot of women, getting married was the opportunity,
Yes.
sorry to say, and that's what was pushed back in the day. We would say, for you to be stable and have a job, whatever, get married. And it was that typical, the husband's a policeman, the mom's a teacher. It was like just that set up. This is how you progress in life. Whereas now we have more opportunities. So I don't have to think of getting married or having to be with a man to get anywhere really in my life. Whereas back then it was greatly attached to men, success that women cares,
Yeah.
which is sad, but like
is.
at least we don't have to live to it now.
But I think it's important for people to realize that times are changing and you don't need to keep your mind back stuck in that mindset. Because you have more options, you can, and you have the opportunity to do better or make a different decision. If you decide that you want to have kids and do whatever, that's a choice that you can make. However, there are other choices that can also be made. Do you get what I'm saying?
And also, I think I really like the representation of women who also build their own lives. And it's not this notion of, I need to meet a man, then we can build a life together. Like, that's also just such a nice thing.
I can meet you while I'm bold. So yeah.
And also, you're not building for meeting someone.
Yes. Because a lot of the times, you're right, we
so
delay
true.
our dreams. Like, you'll say, I'm only going to do this when I have a husband. I'm only
know
going
what
to
I
do this.
mean?
And what if you don't meet the husband in the time frame that you've set for yourself?
Exactly.
What are
Then
you going to
what
do then?
happens? Exactly.
What's
Then
your
what
plan? Like,
Let's leave men out of it completely.
yeah.
In fact, I'm a tota pants.
Yeah, because it goes back to even what we were saying at the beginning of this conversation. A lot of these things are just based off of the fact of what men will put onto you as women to say, this is going to be your level of success or label of success. Once you've had a family, once you have kids, whether you have your own career and big things that you're doing in your personal life, people are not really going to take it seriously until you've got the house, the kids. So it's important that people have and develop their own measures for what successful is for them.
100%.
If for you it is going to be a family, whatever, that's fine.
So
but
that's
for the
also
next,
great.
for the next person, it might be me starting my own business, me being able to be completely financially independent, me being able to take care of my family, whatever it is for whatever the person is. Like, it's important for you to establish your own markers for what is this going to mean for me in my life, and not use what other people like
doing
think of
is
what success is
100%.
and put that on yourself.
I also wanted to say with like women, when it comes to having children, because they put a lot of pressure on themselves when they get to a certain age.
Yeah.
I feel like we've reached a point where there's options out there. So even if you don't have a kid by 35, you can have a kid at 40. Kourtney Kardashian had a kid. Janet Jackson had a kid at 50. So it's like, I think in this day and age, there's also more options. So people are more knowledgeable. So women don't feel as pressured to feel like, oh my God, I'm turning 34, I need to have a kid now.
Yeah.
I can have a kid at 37 because obviously, ideally, I want my eggs to be good and well. But if I have to freeze them and stuff, I'll do that. That's what I'm going to have to do. But it doesn't mean I have to miss out on the opportunity to have kids.
Yeah.
Because my clock is ticking.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
safe
I
to
love
say,
that.
my clock is ticking. Let's remove it. It's
Yeah, there's
not.
no such thing.
There's no such thing.
Yes. But also a random fact. Do you guys know that with the egg freezing, I heard this the other day, there's like such a small percentage that those eggs will even live. Like, and you pay so much money to do that, that egg freezing.
Your eggs will still not
and your
work.
egg might not work. Like, and the percentage is very high for it to not work.
Bit crazy.
I was like, damn. Can't you guys are telling us this?
So maybe we should meet her first.
So many though. Like,
so
let's
many
now.
Maybe
Yo,
we
guys,
can hear this roster.
Imagine I'm sitting right now and I have to talk to
me.
babies.
Where? If
Where?
only
So you hung over.
King, walwala. Get this saying. Jimmy, often I'm having lunch.
No, like, also, even the fact that like when I get paid, I must think of my baby stuff.
I think that's the bane of my existence.
I want to buy
Thinking
clothes and
about
stuff.
that.
I want to go.
Literally.
I want to go to Club Coma.
Someone said in the comments that they were like, people need to be more honest about the fact that having a baby does set you back significantly in your life, specifically when you're young, because obviously now you have this big, like having kids is a very big responsibility that I feel like people are not thinking about that maybe as much until it's really here in front of you. And I think for us who maybe are choosing to have kids later, it's because we really are thinking about the fact that when you have kids, it's not just about money. It's not you need to also be emotionally ready to give yourself to the process of having kids. Be also in the position where you're able to be selfless enough to take care of another life. There's a lot of things that mothers go through that I feel like maybe people don't take into consideration when they're asking you questions like, when are you going to have kids? It's like, bro, I feel like as people, we need to normalize sitting with ourselves and being like, when am I actually ready to have kids? And not
kids,
just
yeah.
money-wise, because I think people always push the money stuff. There's so many other things that go into being a parent. Even when we look at our own parents, they're like, there's things that we've like put our parents through to be like, damn.
You
Like,
really,
they really had
to do that.
I'm the one going through the thing. Like,
Why
no,
would I
guys,
put myself in
do you
that?
get what I'm
Especially,
saying?
I know, like, psyche-wise, I'm not in a place
Not
to be
ready to
responsible
deal with that.
for another child. It's not to say I don't want one.
Yes.
Like, I need to be in a good place myself to
Yes.
take care of a whole another human being. So,
And thank God for social media, because having children is not as romanticized anymore. There are actually women on TikTok who speak about how if they knew better, they wouldn't have had a baby.
Or would have pushed it out longer.
Yeah, like we actually have never had that information to our disposal. So it's nice to see that, okay, this exists, but there's also that.
yes. Even with marriage as well. Because with marriage, there's a lot of women that are like,
They silence
But I'm so glad
I
because
love
it's like,
that.
who's having that conversation? Have it.
have it. A lot of women are
it
like,
up.
do not get married young. Like, take your time, live your life. Or these are the pros and cons of marriage. Be aware of this. Or when you're sharing your life, look out for these things. I feel like you're right. Social media has made us more privy to
100%.
the information. Yeah.
Yes. But I also feel like we're also a generation that can't it's for us, I feel like we're doing things for the now as opposed to also thinking about the long game that is life.
And
do you get what I'm
us.
Yes.
I'm so guilty.
Do you get what I'm saying? And it happens. The thing is, but even now when you're making lifelong commitments and people are pressuring you into making them, things like marriage, having kids, those are long-term commitments that now, like, you get married now. Yes, you can always get divorced, but the point is, when you're going into a marriage, you're not thinking or shouldn't be thinking about, but I mean, I can always just end this if it doesn't work out. I feel like with that generation that's going into it, but I mean, you can always just end it if it doesn't work out.
Yeah, I think that's so dangerous.
Yeah, it is so dangerous. Like, we need to at least be thinking about forever, because that's what we should. And the concept of marriage is we're supposed to be doing this forever, but people are always they're not willing to also go through the hard things or hard seasons with people, because as soon as it gets a little bit tougher, like, you know what, Masiege,
I'm out of here.
do you get what I'm saying? I'm not talking about things like cheating and infidelity and stuff. I'm just talking about the ebbs and flows of life that we're all gonna go through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be high highs, there might be low lows.
Yeah.
People are gonna lose their parents, people are gonna do this, people are gonna do that. So it's like we're always doing things for, okay, let's get married now because we're in love now, but we're never thinking about the long
Long
term.
run.
Let's have kids now, quick, not understanding that, okay, the person that I'm choosing to have kids with, is he actually like a person that I can see myself with for the rest of my life? Because once you have kids with someone, even if you guys are not married, in a stack,
Forever.
you know what I'm saying?
How is that we're instant gratification?
Yes.
We like things to gratify us now. We don't think of, how will I feel then? I feel great now, so
Yes.
good and well. Then a few months down the line, you're like, I kind of hate this. But it's like, you could have thought about it at that time.
Or we allow people to pressure us into doing things that we might not feel ready for. Do you get what I'm saying? We allow social media, our parents, our peers, our friends, whoever, to pressure us into doing things that maybe you're not ready for it. Or even like, you know, people always say, like, when you're in corporate, everyone encourages you to get married because you can't really like move up in the rank. We're allowing all those outside factors to influence our decisions that are supposed to last us our whole lives.
That's scary, hey? Imagine someone marrying you for like convenience.
For getting up in the
die.
corporate ladder.
Yes. And then you shock that the marriage doesn't work out. Of course it's not going to work out.
You didn't do it for the right reasons.
Do you get what I'm saying? So I feel like we're also in that era where I feel like people are still kind of doing that, but I feel like we need to also unlearn that, because I feel like that also goes back to a lot of the mistakes that I feel like a lot of our parents and the older generation made, to say, like you were saying, like sometimes you're just getting married because your parents are just like, well, that's the only way you're going to be successful. That's the only way you can do this. That's the only way you can do that. And I feel like that's why I'm kind of happier that a lot of our parents and that age group are leaving their husbands, because you're now asking yourself, that decision I made when I was 24,
was kind of sick.
and also what were the reasons that I even made that decision? It wasn't because I loved him so much, or I saw him as this, or I saw him as that. You probably just thought, or maybe your parents told you, like, just get married to this guy, bro, because maybe you had a kid with him, or maybe like you're coming from not a well-to-do family, so they kind of just like, oh, marry this guy, he's got money, or maybe he's going to be successful. And now you're realizing that those are not the foundations
of marriage.
and marriage on. So yeah, but I also wanted to ask you guys, to wrap this up, what do you guys feel like is the best part of aging? Because obviously we're going to keep aging, and I feel like for me, the best part for me about aging is just you genuinely, older is genuinely wiser. I feel like to grow is
wrap it up.
Yes, and I feel like to grow is such a blessing. That's what I always teach you guys, but I'm genuinely joking, because
Doesn't feel like it's right.
I honestly feel like anyone who gets to age because it's like you get to do it. Other people don't get to age. So it's such a blessing that we're able to experience another year and we're able to take whatever lessons we've learned in previous years and do better and have a different chance and have a new opportunity to kind of, express or live your life and change your life in ways that you would like to and be better and do better.
I agree with you. It's the beauty of learning. Like, I love learning. I love, like, seeing experiences through other people and applying that and whatever. So that's the part of aging that I really enjoy. And I just wanted to say, with people that are younger than us, like early 20s, I wish they would stop age shaming people, like, when people are like, I'm dala, or oh my God, you're aging. First and foremost, you also going to get to that age. So you can't shame something now. It is first and foremost.
We will all be there.
We're all going to be there. I can't be like, oh my God.
We will all be there.
Literally,
God willing, we'll all
God willing. Yeah. Oh my God, imagine being 40. It's going to be a reality at some point. So
you want to be 40.
Yeah,
I do.
You want to be 40.
So then, like, if you aren't or if you don't, then that means you want to die?
Is that what it means?
Does that make sense? No, but that's really...
If you're shaming me for being 28, that means at 27, your time is up.
Really? 27. That's why I'm like, guys, do you not want to be 40?
Like, the logic behind age shaming doesn't make sense to me because season figure. So I want you guys the younger people that do age shame, to understand that aging is beautiful and the wisdom that comes with it. It's not just about the fact that, when I get older, I may not have the freshest body anymore, or I may not be able to go to the club as much, or it's not about that. Like, the wisdom that comes with it is beautiful. Like, it's a great feeling.
It's unmatched.
It's literally unmatched. Yeah.
And it even goes back to saying, like, how you're saying life happens in seasons. So in as much as, yes, maybe when I'm 40, I'm not going to go to the club as much. I'm not going to wear mini skirts as much, whatever. It's because when it was time for me to do those things, I was enjoying them. Literally.
I did that.
When it was time for me to do everything, that's why it's important to not do that thing of trying to age yourself when you're too young. So that in every single stage of your life, you're not going to be always looking back, be like, I wish I did this, or I wish I didn't do this, or I wish I... Do what you feel like you want to do at the time that you want to do it, so that you're not always looking back to say, oh my word, I so wish I shoulda, coulda, woulda, huda, coulda. You get what I'm saying? You don't want to keep having those thoughts, because that's also then when people are looking at you like, okay, queen, what's going on, like, type of thing, because you're doing things that maybe are jarring to people because it's things that people did when they were in their 20s, whatever. And that's not to say, like, don't do this, that, and whatever you want to do, but also, like, you also don't want to feel like you're trying to catch up for things you should have done in your 20s, when you're 40. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's probably also exhausting to do. I was thinking about that. Oh my God, I'm going to have to stop smoking hablets.
Yeah, no, but tell me seriously.
I can't be 40 and smoking hablets.
Guys, stop now.
No.
Joking. Thank you for the suggestion. But no thanks. Keep it. Keep that one.
I'm going to have to stop at some point because I don't want to be 40 puffing hablets with my child next to me.
Exactly.
No, but you know what? Like, it's just so jarring to me because men can. Guys, you be looking at niggas, baba kholo.
But seba charger though.
They even take the habli from us in sections.
Because we're judging them.
Can I smoke?
Can I smoke?
We are judging
Hello?
them. Let's
We
be
are
honest.
judging
them. Do you get what I'm saying? There is judgment. People always make fun of them. So I'm like, I don't want to be a statistic who's getting made fun of. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't want to be in the stats.
I have to drop that pipe, boy.
Exactly. I get you that pipe alone.
Where's that man?
Sponge.
Sponge.
There's just certain things where I'm like, nah, at certain ages we have to
wrap it
up.
up.
Wrap it
up. Yeah.
It's going to be weird.
The main thing is wisdom.
Yes.
Also, like, I feel like, the more we age, the finer we get.
I'm sorry to say.
I'm so sorry to say.
I'm so sorry. You just have more
sorry.
self-awareness, like, about the things that work for you, the things that don't work for you, and you operate from that. I love it.
I love it too, because 22-year-old Lindsay was kind of down.
My brows at the age of 21.
But it even goes back to what we were saying. Like, when you're back then, we've gotten out of the stage of now you're looking at something trying to emulate them. You get comfortable in the fact that, okay, this is me, this is who I am. And I feel like when you get to the stage of just being like, this is who I am, and being unapologetic about the fact that these are things that I like, these are things that I don't like. This is what works on my body, this is what doesn't. This is how I know my body operates. This is what I know I have to do to look like this. This is what I know. If I don't... So you don't even need people to tell you anything about yourself, because you're like, I'm so self-aware. Like, I'm like, good. Like, literally keep it. And I always say this, I'm like, bro, we're at those ages where we don't need other people to tell us about ourselves. We know. We've heard. We get it.
Thanks, Lord.
Exactly. Like, we're not to say that we don't need therapy and stuff, but for the most part, siyazazi, like, siyazazi. But anyways, guys, we're going to move on to the next part, which is our dilemmas. When I get to Indaba Zenu, Today,
You can get Vanessa's brain.
yes,
her
and
brain.
today it's 3 brains that are better than one, which is
So-
great. Love that for you guys, really and truly. Anyways, let's get into the first one. It says, hey besties, I have a dilemma. Last year, I was in matric and went through a huge friendship group breakup. Only one friend was on my side. I confided in this friend about what I was going through, and she knew everything. However, she's friends with Dumi, one of the girls who hurt me during the breakup. Earlier this year, she started being close with Lisa, another girl from the group. She shared something personal with Lisa that made me feel like their friendship is closer than I thought. I didn't mind her friendship with Dumi since they've been friends longer. I told her how I felt about her being friends with Lisa, considering Lisa hurt me. Instead of understanding, she said I was wrong about the friendship breakup and brought up irrelevant points. She also feels like she feels like I don't trust her. Then she started posting a lot about Dumi, which I felt like was rubbing in my face. I realized she posts more about Dumi than about me, and it made me question her loyalty. I wonder what she says about me to Lisa and Dumi. Okay, I don't want to lose her as a friend, but I'm unsure if I should talk to her about my feelings again since she didn't quite get it the last time. What should I do?
Tricky.
Dove. This is why group friendship breakups are so tough, because at the end of the day, if you
Other
had
people
this
still remain friends with the
friends.
others. Yeah. It's very tricky.
advice, guys, Tatani Atini, she doesn't want to lose her as a friend, but she's unsure about
And
if
she already spoke to
exactly. So
and
she's
she
like,
shut it.
do I need to communicate these feelings again?
I think that's the tricky part is if it was me, why am I communicating it again?
Yeah.
And like, okay, so it's one thing to communicate it again, but like, I feel like it wasn't well received when it's the first time. So the fact that she started bringing up irrelevant stuff was just to like counter the arguments and not take accountability.
Yep.
So read through the lines. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I think it might have to be over.
Yeah,
that's at the cameras.
Yes, and the thing is, that's the tough part about group friendships, that it does sometimes happen that some people are closer than others.
Yeah.
And the thing is also now with you kind of confiding in her about her other friends, do you see where the lines
It's
are also
very
a bit tricky?
tricky.
Because now it is going to be hard for you to decipher, is she talking about you to her other friends?
And she probably-
Sorry.
Because she is.
She is.
Also,
Not even probably. She is.
You talking to her about her friends. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
And also, because it's
Yeah.
that's the thing.
one. Just take you out, baby.
Yeah.
You're 18, you're still gonna meet a lot of friends.
Yeah.
And you're gonna meet good friends. So it's fine.
Yeah, and this friend
Fine.
seems to be leaning more towards the others than you. So I think, like you said, read between the lines and rid yourself of that mess.
100%. Also, you don't want to feel like a third wheel or like an option in a
Like
friendship.
your swallow.
Exactly.
Yes.
And she's got all your old friends and you the only one who's her friend. Like, that shit is going to give
Yeah, she's going to give you a joy.
Yeah.
So try to make other friends outside of
okay.
her.
It's
It
fine.
really is okay. 'cause
And why not?
we are talking about you.
Yes, and in them Nandi, you're going to Vasti and stuff next year. So
You're
you
gonna
say
say
yes. So actually,
Wow.
just hold your L for the remainder of the year because it will get better for you. Yeah. It'll be fine.
And the year's almost over.
Yes. Focus on finals and stuff.
Yeah.
You get me? Okay, the next one says, hey ladies, I hope you are both well. All of us were well, and Vanessa.
And Vanessa's well.
I met a guy a month ago and we started dating. I've met his family and it's been an amazing relationship for the past month. Okay. We've started having sex and we did it raw. The problem now is that I'm 5 days late for my period. I had to say it with a straight face because I knew you guys are going to react. I already knew it.
Okay.
Mamelani, bafazi, bafafta. We've started having sex and we did it raw. The problem is now I am 5 days late for my period. I want to test, but chances of me being pregnant are quite high because we didn't use protection. Imagine me telling this nigga I'm pregnant in a month of dating. Guys, crying emoji, crying emoji, crying emoji.
Wait, but you also met families.
Yay! Should I be pregnant? I think I want to terminate. Should I let the guy that I am in a relationship with know, or should I keep it to myself? I told myself if I were to have a baby, I would be prepared to take care of it, even though I am an only parent. I work and I earn kodwa umntwana dav, essentially. I am really stressed, ladies, and I regret being so negligent. Please help me out.
Yes,
I'm sure you do.
I'm so sorry, Queen.
I'm sorry.
But Dav, and I feel like
It
yes, I feel like
Dav.
people are not thinking about the fact that this raw is law that you're pushing makes kids.
does.
Okay,
Like Imnand and stuff I've heard.
Allegedly.
Yeah, you're crazy.
Allegedly. But like, be safe out there because it's children.
Because children are being made. That is, I always say, like having raw sex is you are auditioning for kids. Like, lest you forget, you're auditioning for kids. So
You
can't
really are. You're
actually
leaving that in
be
the
shocked
room.
when there's kids in the room
Yeah.
But a month in
with you. A month in is crazy. But I also feel like you guys have been moving fast, Vele, because you've already
Meeting your parents in a month. Meeting the parents in a month, you might as well just go all the way.
Like,
guys, doves though. I hear what she's saying. She's like, I have the capabilities and stuff, but I don't want this baby. Like Ishabuka vibe. But she's saying, should she tell the guy
Definitely.
if
Yes.
I feel like
wants
that's
to terminate?
a very good indication of the kind of person you're dealing with.
Yes.
True.
So, o tlo mmolelela motho I've just
Real though.
and now you realize that, okay, this is clearly not someone I can be with in the long run.
Yes.
But break your silence, girl.
Break
Yeah.
the silence.
Silence,
But you know what
girl.
always makes me nervous about that situation is what if you saying like you want to terminate and he's like, please don't.
I stand up
You
doing
know,
it.
My body, my choice.
It's your body, but like I don't want to discuss with others what I'm doing with my body. Does that make sense?
He's the father of the child.
Show me so.
He has the right to know.
My body.
Jimmy, my body.
He has a right to know, but my body, my choice.
No, he has the right to know, but I decided because I don't want to keep it. Sorry to him.
But I'm saying if you don't want to tell him because you're scared of that, I also hear you. Because at the end of the day, you
You
know
have
what?
to tell him.
You don't want
Tell
other.
him.
Tell him.
I'm not saying you shouldn't tell him, but I understand where you're coming from because sometimes you don't want other people's opinions onto him. You don't know other people's. People are going to come now with their own feelings about abortion and now put them onto you. Yes, it might come from a place of yes. I'm going to do what I want either way, but it's like, I don't want you putting that on me because I want to do what I want to do.
And yeah, that is actually always such a tricky situation.
Yes, that's what I'm like, I get
because
where she's
people
coming
can get
from.
into your head. Like,
That's
you
what I'm
get in your head.
saying.
And you don't want that. Like, you actually need to be so clear on your decision.
100%.
But tell him.
Yes, so but my point is that I get that POV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want sometimes if you're so sure about something that you want to do, because she said like I can take care of this child, so maybe he's gonna come with that, but you
And
can't
you
take care of the
sway her,
child.
her
And it's like,
choice.
bro, I said I don't want to have a child though.
I guess, Queen, what's your words? Hamlel.
Yes, I feel like also it will be like an indication of how he moves in future, but also I feel like that's why it's really important before you start having raw sex with people to know where they stand. No, I'm just saying it's important to know where people stand on such issues. To know that if I were to have
We're not talking about those things.
That's what I'm saying. People are not having that conversation to say, okay, if I were to fall pregnant, since we're doing this Roy's law, if I were to fall pregnant,
What would
what would happen?
The thing is, the problem is, as humans, man, let's be real. I'm not even thinking about the fact that I'm going to fall pregnant. I'm not.
Should
thinking
I have
about
that conversation quickly?
Oh, you straight.
you're gonna-
Shut up.
yes, if
I
you're
got
gonna-
good strength.
Should we-
For me, Spana Pagadi, and thankfully I've had never had that.
I'll always have a deep first date. So if I were to fall pregnant, what are you gonna
What
do?
first date?
What's on pregnant?
What are your thoughts on termination?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
So what's your 5-year plan? On top of that, if I fall pregnant,
So me, I want to ask you the hard questions quickly, so we don't have to go through that back and forth when I'm
I
telling
agree
you that.
with you.
yeah, it's a good thing to do, and I should adopt that myself.
Guys, ideas. You get what I'm saying?
Fresh ideas.
Perhaps.
Ideas I'm giving you. Okay, guys. The last one is Hype Westies. I feel like a third wheel in my friend group. We have a group chat, but they mostly text each other, and I only find out what's going on when we hang out. Recently, I messaged them on Sunday asking to meet up, and one of them replied half-heartedly, saying they hadn't invited me to her house because they thought I won't be around. When we met, she mentioned plans to celebrate another friend's mom's birthday, but said I wasn't included because I might react poorly to her dad's behavior. Okay. I think this was just an excuse and they might have genuinely forgotten about me. Am I really the third wheel or am I reading too much into it? You are the
You
third
are,
wheel.
baby.
I'm
You
so
are.
sorry to break it to you.
You really are. Number
You
three.
are the third wheel on that call.
Yeah, and the thing is, read into it, Queen, because that thing is kind of the worst place to be in a friendship. Like, I don't want to lie to you. So it's cool. But also, I feel like they're making an effort to exclude you.
But also, I feel like like I don't like when people make me stupid.
Yes.
Because what do you mean you thought I wouldn't be around? Who told you that?
Who said that?
So how's
They
about
put
ask
me
me?
first?
Perhaps.
How's about?
Talk to me first.
And then what's wrong with the poor father?
What is with that?
Like, I want to know what behavior is he doing that she would be.
What is the charges?
Only your friends will be fine.
But she wouldn't be.
Why is she the only one who's not going to like the behavior?
What is the behavior in question? Yeah, I'm fun.
Jimmy and Dav. But like, like I feel like my guy can't. Why is she the only one who's going to be allergic to the behavior? So I feel like Zikope, 100%, and I feel like for me it's too intentional. It keeps happening.
Yeah.
You guys are speaking outside of me, making plans outside of me. So you can't stand me, which is well.
So let's wrap
And
it
it's
up
cool,
because clearly I need food.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be in a places where I'm unwanted.
And the thing is, people always say this about three-man friendships.
Oh.
People in a group of three.
Okay.
Somebody triggered. But
Okay, Nigeria.
But literally, people always say there's always one person who feels like they're kind of like the last thingy. And I feel like there are friendships where it works that everyone is cognizant, but it's also like there needs to be an effort from everyone to make
Everyone's
sure
side.
everyone isn't feeling left out. And I'm sorry if you the one who's getting left out, Sissy.
Sorry,
Don't be a ungavumi ngawe.
Yeah, skadumela, khana ka wena, babe.
Yes.
happy healing though.
Yeah.
All the
But you'll be
besties.
fine.
Literally, like you will be
Yeah.
fine. Trust me. Oh shit, it's me. What? I think there was another dilemma. I forgot. Moving on to musings, this is where we tell you guys what we're listening to, what the pussies are listening to. We have a playlist on Apple as well as Spotify. What are you listening to this week? ZX and
Period.
I want to hear
Vanessa.
from Vanessa first. That's how I
Okay.
feel. That's how I'm feeling.
That's how you feel.
That's how I'm
Feel
feeling.
that way. This is actually so outside of my comfort zone because
Oh.
I'm kind of.
Oh, let's hear it, queen.
Okay, rap.
Should I just go into song mode?
Should we get it?
Give us a little
Come
something.
on.
Tonight.
We get it back
Today.
I just saw TikTok where someone was like, this song is so good, you forgot it's talking about having sex and stuff.
Literally.
But it just feels so good.
Such a feel good
Such a
song.
good song.
So much so that I'm even listening to the album.
I was gonna say his album is kind of eating. I listen
And
to
good.
it as well. I feel like
so good.
Ghana's
I can't
music
wait
is-
to get into it for
yes,
real.
so me, I feel like his music now. It used to be very like it's motherfucker, but now I feel like he's for the girls. It's also like girls
Yeah,
can
it's for the
really enjoy his music.
Yeah.
It's for the girls and the
I'm
guys.
feeling you, Chomi. That is me. Oh damn, who am I?
You have-
What am I?
sorry,
I'm
Chomi.
listening to actually a bit of stuff, but actually the one that I'll choose is I'm listening to the song by Ketunada and Kelela called "Waiting." It's
I know that
Ketun.
you love Ketunada, ne?
Hey, yes, I love him down. It's called Ketunada Waiting 115 BMP. I don't know if it's like I don't know what it is because that song title is kind of diabolical.
Like, has it been released yet?
Yes, show me. It's actually on my Spotify. But that's the name of the songs. But it's such a good song. I've been bumping it every single day for like the past week. I love it so much.
We will be
Because I haven't
bumping.
listened to new Ketunada in a while.
I don't even think it's new, show me. I think it's an old song.
I was
Literally.
going to say, because it's not on the new album.
No, it's an old song. I think I was listening to a mix. It was just a bunch of upbeat songs when I was at the gym, and I heard it, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Which
I
one is
love
this
it.
one?
I love it. It's so.
Which one
Get
is
into
this
it.
one?
Get into it.
I will
please.
be listening to that.
Same.
Like, changing the vibe, man. It's a little more somber and chilled music.
What is it?
Also, because you guys know I'm obsessed with Tiny Desk. So it's a Tiny Desk that I was obsessed with, but I'm really in love with
obsessed.
it. One thing about me. The artist is called Shay Universe. She makes really kind of Alex Isley type music.
Oh,
but
period.
Start with the Tiny Desk, like I always say, and then get into her album, which is called Love's Letter. Beautiful. She has a very
Please
deep.
send that to me. I'm sorry. I
See?
believe it.
Absolutely.
When it comes to like neo soul and
And stuff. Fantastic.
I'm
Those are your
Those are my stuff. So listen to that. It's really, really nice. Black Queen.
period.
I love that guy. Sorry, I was in my Aperol era.
Real for me. Let me be in it too.
We finally reached that part of the episode where we unfortunately do have to say goodbye to you guys. But before we leave, we have to say thank you so much
Okay.
to
Thank
our
you.
queen, Vanessa
Hey
Padi.
guys, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Podcast. Sensational.
What can I do for you?
What thing you guys do for me?
What's in?
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming. But also, I wanted to, before you leave, please tell us where we can find you everywhere. Tell us your handles and
absolutely.
stuff.
Okay, cool. So on Instagram, I'm Vanessa.Buddy. On TikTok, I'm Vanessa B. Buddy. And then on YouTube, I'm Vanessa Buddy.
Period.
Not on Facebook, okay?
Please.
Not on
Don't get scammed.
I don't have Facebook. And please subscribe to my channel.
Subscribe to
Like
the channel, guys.
immediately.
Do the right thing.
A cell phone number?
Okay. Yeah. Uh-oh.
Kona my phone now.
Whatever you wish.
I did, guys. And please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to our channel. Once again, thank you so much for 50,000 subscribers. We really appreciate it. Do stay tuned because there is something coming. Something. We'll go see what it is. Stay tuned to find out. Please don't forget to follow us if you guys are streaming us on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify. Also, don't forget to favorite our podcast, give us 5 stars, do all the things, comment and stuff. And we will see you guys same time, same place next week.
Bye.
This was so lovely.